On the road to the White House this morning, Donald Trump is just a few hours away from accepting his party's nomination for president. It's an event many thought impossible a year ago, and tonight millions will watch as his campaign reaches a new milestone. Our Media General national correspondent Mark Meredith is live inside the Quicken Loans Arena this morning. Mark, how are things looking for the big event?
Kate, the stage is set right now. The balloons are ready to drop a little while from now, and security is at the highest levels that we have seen all week. And it's all because of what you were just talking about. In a few hours from now, Donald Trump will officially accept the Republican nomination for President of the United States. His campaign has gone through a lot for the last year, and it really does culminate tonight. Let's talk about what we're going to see tonight. As we talked about, Donald Trump will be giving a speech in prime time. He's expected to be introduced by his daughter Ivanka, and his entire family will be joining him on stage at some point, as well as his running mate, Indiana Governor Mike Pence. Pence had a chance to talk to the audience last night. He was warmly received, especially by the delegates. I had a chance to go on the floor and ask delegates what they're hoping now to hear today from Donald Trump, because after all, this is a man that could be the standard bearer of the Republican Party, not for just the next 4 months, but potentially the next 4 years.
I want him to reinforce his platform that he's already laid out for American people, and I think he will do that.
A little less on the incendiary remarks and a little bit more substance. We really have not heard a lot of policy from Donald Trump, so I'd like to hear more of his policy.
I think Donald Trump needs to keep on being Donald Trump. That's why he made it this far, and I think that's what he's going to keep on doing.
Some creative outfits there in that last soundbite. There's plenty of characters out there on the floor, which is what you expect to see at a convention. As to what we expect to hear from Donald Trump, there is a teleprompter right there that faces the stage. Will he use it? That is going to be one thing we're going to be watching very closely to see. It is going to be a long speech out there tonight. Obviously, he's going to try to make the most of what he can, Kate, of a primetime audience. We're going to watch very closely.
And Mark, we also heard from Texas Senator Ted Cruz last night in prime time. Obviously, he and Donald Trump have a long history. So what kind of reception are Republicans giving Senator Cruz and other former Trump opponents?
Kate, it's not a very warm one, because Ted Cruz, when he came out onto the stage last night, he had to basically say whether or not he was going to endorse Donald Trump. He congratulated him right off the bat for the nomination, but Ted Cruz made it clear he is not endorsing Trump, and he said that voters in November should vote their conscience. This was a very big slap in the face in front of millions of people, not to mention the tens of thousands here in the arena. They erupted into boos and jeers, basically forcing Ted Cruz off the stage as he left. Donald Trump says he knew that he wasn't going to get the endorsement. So the question this morning, Kate, is why did Cruz go onto the platform, or why was he even allowed to speak? There's going to be a lot of talk about that throughout the day. Never a dull moment. I'm sure we'll have plenty to talk about when we talk to you guys tomorrow, too.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mark Meredith, our Media General national correspondent.
Thanks, Kate.